Hello once again, everybody. Welcome to my music channel. I am Todd the Mod. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome aboard. Today it's part 3 from my vintage haul, my haul from a vintage mall, and this time it's 45s that I picked up. So this is 45s I've gotten from this place called Brass Armadillo, which is a vintage shopping mall here in Arizona. There's 2 locations. If you want to come and visit, I'm going to put the link down below. If you ever want to check it out. If you live in Arizona and you haven't checked it out, check it out. And if you are coming to Arizona, check it out too. There's 2 locations, like I said. One's in Phoenix, and there's one, I think it's considered Goodyear or Litchfield. One of the 2. Anyway, so as I stated in my past videos, or my past 2 videos about this, vintage malls are a lot of fun, all right? And you can find vinyl records there, obviously. But more than not, a lot of prices for these records are not great. They're pretty overly priced, or they're very expensive. And the second thing is they're not sometimes in the greatest condition. I gotten pretty lucky, but this is stuff I've gotten throughout 2024 and a couple weeks ago. So it wasn't like I just went there one day and found a whole bunch of great stuff in great condition and with great prices. More than not, I walk away from a lot of stuff or put it back because it's overpriced, or it's just it's in really bad condition, or both. So anyway, these are 45s I found, kind of a long list. So again, no music samples. If you never heard any of these songs, of course, you can look it up on YouTube, Spotify, your streaming music of choice. Anyway, starting off with the first 45, it's the Spin Doctors and 2 Princes. And the B-side is actually Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. They're 2 big hits from that album, Rocket Full of Kryptonite. And this came out in 1991. This was actually in somebody's jukebox, which is pretty cool, I think. Anyway, got it for, I think, how much did I get it for? Like $1. And it's in pretty good condition, so I thought I would snag that in my collection. So there you go, Spin Doctors. Great drummer. I don't know the guy's name, or I forgot, I should say, but man, what a great drummer. And one I was really stoked to get, and I paid about $4 for it, but it's Elvis Costello. But this is live at Hollywood High School. And this is, man, this came out, the problem with having mood lighting is that I can't see, but I think it came out around 1979, and includes live versions of Accidents Will Happen, Watching the Detectives, and Allison. Allison's on this too. All live versions, but not with the full band. It's basically a piano and Elvis Costello, and it's actually a really beautiful version of Accidents Will Happen. So really happy to get this one in the collection. Really, really cool 45. So yeah, if you can find a copy and you're an Elvis Costello fan, pick it up. I wish I could play you a music sample of it, but I just don't have the time. We'll move right along. That being said, to something considered that term yacht rock. I call it mellow rock, light rock. You know, that's what I used to call it before the term yacht rock came about. And I still struggle with that term. I don't like pigeonholing stuff, but whatever. Everyone knows this band as yacht rock. It's Climax blues band, and couldn't get it right on the Sire Records label. Didn't realize they were on Sire Records, actually, until I picked up this 45. This came out in 1976. And yeah, really cool song. I like that song a lot. Moving right along again to, excuse me, voice is kind of going today. Carly Simon and You Belong to Me, written by, take a wild guess, he's like the king of yacht rock, Michael McDonald and Carly Simon. In fact, Michael McDonald did a version of this too. I tend to like Carly Simon's version just a wee bit better. Actually, let me think about that. I'd say it's pretty equal, actually. I love Michael McDonald's version of this too. But yeah, for a whole whopping $1, it's now in my collection. We all know who Ray Parker Jr. is, right? And please don't say Ghostbusters. To me, that's like one of his worst songs. Sorry. Anyway, this is Raydio. This is his group he was in, spelled Raydio, Raydio. a group that he was in before he pretty much went solo. And this is Jack and Jill. Really cool song from the late 70s, I believe it was. What year does it come out? Yeah, 1977. So getting close to the late 70s there. Raydio, he wrote so many great songs. Like, I think everyone knows him for Ghostbusters, you know. But he wrote some incredible songs. Ghostbusters just wasn't my favorite. I thought it was kind of a cheesy song, and you know, and rightfully so, was for a movie that was kind of the same thing. But he's written some really good songs. Jack and Jill, A Woman Needs Love. There's another one too. I forgot. I have his album. I can't remember what it was, but he's written some really good songs. So moving onward to one of my favorite groups, it's Squeeze, and the promo version of Another Nail in My Heart, and on the B-side, it's Another Nail in My Heart. So it's on both sides. So if you wear out one, just flip it over. It's as simple as that. Another great band is The Pretenders. Don't get me wrong, this was off the Get Close album in without looking at the label, I think it was 86. I was right. My mind does work. B-side is Dance, which is an okay song, but don't get me wrong, have the album Get Close, but I think the cover was pretty cool, and I paid like $1.50 for it, so I'm like, yeah, I collect this kind of stuff. So another group that I love is Thompson Twins, and so I found this version from 1985 of Lay Your Hands on Me, different than the record one. It's a little bit shorter, and it doesn't have that long piano intro. Not long piano intro, but it doesn't have the piano intro in the front. Just kicks off with the drums and goes right into it. Which is cool, for 75 cents. And it's in decent condition. It's not bad. 45s are really hard to, I think, to determine how good they are when you're actually looking at them. Because you can look at a 45, and I'll just pull this one out here if you can see it, and it looks perfectly fine. And I've been burnt many times buying 45s where I think, oh, it looks in great condition. And you play it, and it's just worn out, and you just can't see how worn out it is for some reason. I don't know if it's because of different materials they use for 45s or what it is. If you happen to know the answer, please drop it in the comments because I would love to know. But yeah, 45s I think are hard to really identify if they're good or not. I mean, sometimes you can tell if you see scratches on it, and sometimes when it's worn, you can see how it's worn out. But a lot of the cases when I look at it, it looks fine, and then I play it, and it's like, it's not so great. Luckily, that one's pretty good, so we'll go on. My little 45 insight there. We'll go on to Howard Jones from the same year of 1985 in Life in One Day. Learning How to Love is a B-side, and that was pretty cool. I have this album, but I thought I'd pick up on a 45. Same version as the album. Moving on, we're to a band. They stand for Rapid Eye Movement, and you can obviously put the letters together. It's REM. And from 1988, it's a song called Stand. I don't have this one. I don't have this album, actually. So I figured for $2, I'll take it, because I actually do like that song. I remember the album. I had it on cassette. Green was the album, right? And I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for saying this, but it wasn't... I didn't really like the album. I mean, I like REM, but I like their older stuff. I like it when they were first coming onto the scene. I like, Murmur and Reckoning. Those are great albums. Also what was that album called? Life's Rich Pageant. Yeah. Love those albums. Their later stuff, I tend to lose interest in. But that's just my opinion. And that's okay. And it's okay to like their later stuff. It doesn't matter. Anyway, moving right along to a group that I do love. Saw them in Pasadena back in 1988, the Rose Bowl to be exact. They were one of the opening bands for Depeche Mode. That's Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, for short, OMD. This was off the last album they released before, well, they had a Greatest Hits album come out with the song Dreaming. And after that, they kind of just disbanded for the time being. They're now back together, but this is back in the 80s. This is a Forever Live and Die off the Pacific Age. Have that album too, but always wanted the 45. The B-side is This Town. Found the 45, so I got it for my collection. Not the original 45 cover. I remember the 45 cover for this back when it came out in the 80s. and it looked similar to the album cover. I think it was black or something. I don't quite remember. But anyway, moving along to Simple Minds and Alive and Kicking. And the B-side is a live version of Up on the Catwalk, which is why I got this, because I have the full-length album that has Alive and Kicking, but I wanted the live version of Up on the Catwalk. Thought it was cool. It's an okay shape. I played it. I think it was one of those things that kind of fooled me. It looked really cool. I mean, it looked really good. Playing it, the quality is, it's not horrible, but it's not like near mint or anything of that nature. What I find fascinating is that somebody, I guess Walmart sold 45s back in the 80s. I don't remember that, but they paid $1.56 for this back in 1985. Walmart. I don't remember them selling 45s. I guess I never went to Walmart back then. I never went to Walmart back then to buy 45s. Went to a record store. Moving right along to a group that is considered yacht rock or mellow rock or light rock, whatever rock you want to call them. It's the Orleans and Still the One from 1976 in okay shape, but I figured for 75 cents, why not? Yacht rock. We're going to continue with the yacht rock theme here. Toto, Georgie Porgy. I keep an inventory of my stuff, not because I'm trying to open a record store or anything, but I use this program called Vinyl Box. I may have mentioned it before. You can find it on your app store for if you're an iPhone user or an Android user, wherever you get your apps from, you can find it. I use it because when I go into a record store, sometimes I forget what I have and I don't want to buy the exact same thing I already have. When I went to enter this in, it said the B-side was supposed to be 99, which I wish it was, because actually I do like that song. But no, the B-side is actually Child's Anthem. I could not find this on Discogs. Interesting. It's got to be there somewhere. Maybe the app is just not connecting it properly or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, first world problems. 1978, Georgie Porgy, Toto. Moving onward to Todd Rundgren from 1972. Hello, It's Me. Todd Rundgren, y'all probably know who he is. He's a now famous producer who has been for several years. Produced a lot of great acts. One of my favorites is XTC's Skylarking album. And that's a whole different fun topic to talk about. But yeah, great composer, great producer, Todd Rundgren. Moving onward to power ballads. Why not? They're fun. REO Speedwagon, Can't Fight This Feeling. This was played nonstop in 1985, was it? 84. Oh, I was off by a year. You could not tune into a top 40 radio station without hearing this song every 5 minutes, pretty much. I know it's overplayed, but I still like the song. Going onward to the Commodores from 1981, Lady You Bring Me Up. That's a fun song. I love the Commodores. And this is a fun song to listen to. It's really cool. It gets you moving, get you dancing, get you feeling good. So nothing wrong with a little feel-good music there. From the 80s, a band that is a one-hit wonder, Animotion and Obsession, was in a 80s band back in 2000 called 80s and Gentlemen. And we used to do this song. And I picked it up, I guess, for nostalgia reasons, but I'm not a huge fan of the song, so I don't know why I got it. But, yeah, I mean, it's cool. From 1984, I mean, it's a buck. There you go. Really cool group. Sister Sledge, We Are Family. B-side is He's the Greatest Dancer. 2 hits for the price of 1. This next one of my favorite groups is The Police, and thought this was really cool. This is a promo version of Da-Do-Do-Do, Di-Da-Da-Da from the album Señora Mindada. The song is on both sides. It's the same version on both sides. The edited version, all right? So it fades out quite. I mean, the original, the album version fades out too, but this fades out a lot sooner. This is only 3 minutes and 12 seconds of do-do-do-do, da-da-da-da. I mean, it fades out pretty quickly, so, but really cool to have. Maybe you remember this. Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers with Swing the Mood. So For many years, I was a mobile disc jockey, also a club disc jockey in San Diego, and did a lot of weddings too. I mean, the club ones were fun because you were in a club and you didn't have to bring all your heavy equipment. Or nowadays, it's so. I mean, DJs are now they bring their computer and voila, there they go. I mean, back when I was doing it, you had equipment and it was kind of heavy. And in fact, I was doing it back when CDs were still too expensive. I was still lugging around crates of records, so that was a pain in the butt. Anyway, I used to do a lot of weddings and corporate events, and if you ever go to these events and there's older folks there, you want to get their songs out of the way first because you know they're not going to last for the life of the party. So I would play this pretty much from the, be like one of my first starting songs would be Swing the Mood by Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers, and it would get all of them on the dance floor. And it was so cool. So I saw this and had to have it just for nostalgia reasons there. So I actually had the cassette of that when I used to be a DJ because I used to bring the cassette deck too. So the cassette single, I should say. Remember those cassette singles? I think I have like 4 of them somewhere. Anyway, you like Duran Duran? So do I. Here's Duran Duran. It's a 45 of Union of the Snake with the cool B-side Secret October. In okay playing condition. This came out in 1983. This is the white label. And there you go. Okay, if Michael McDonald's like the godfather of yacht rock, Christopher Cross has got to be what? The prince of yacht rock? I don't know. Christopher Cross. Call him what you will. But this is Arthur's theme, Best You Can Do. Love this song. I love Christopher Cross. I mean, the guy has just writes some great tunes. He's got a great voice, very distinctive voice. Like when you hear a Christopher Cross song, you know it's Christopher Cross just by his voice. And an amazing, underrated guitar player. All right, Ultravox. What about Ultravox? I love Ultravox. Reap the Wild Wind. On both sides, this is a promo of Ultravox's Reap the Wild Wind. Midge love Midge. What a great songwriter. What a great voice, too. We have 2 more to go. 2-minute warning. Here we go. Scandal and the gray label of Goodbye to You and Goodbye to Scandal. We'll just leave it at that. Good song. We showed Toto earlier. We're going to close with Toto. It's Toto's Pamela from 1988. The 7th one. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the 7th one, which was that their final album? I don't remember. I think it might have been. I don't remember. Anyway, maybe they had another album after that. Oh, well. Toto, Pamela, great song. Okay, what are your favorites? How many 45s do you own? Drop a comment below. Do you like 45s? Do you think 45s are a waste of money? Give me your thoughts. Drop a comment below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe. Trying to get to 200 subscribers. Yay, we can do it. Yeah, thank you again for watching. Next week, we're going to do something. Next week, take that again. Next week, we're going to do something completely different because there's no more Vintage Hall finds right now. I'm kind of taking a break from that. But yeah, we'll still have fun. So thanks again for watching. Be good to each other. Have a wonderful week. See you next time. Bye.